Welcome to the Social Podcast, where no discussion or debate is off limits.
Welcome, everybody, to the show. This is our cheap and cheerful special. I'm a little cheap and a very cheerful person, so right show. We want to welcome back actress and comedian Emma Hunter, who is here. Also cheap. I'm cheap. Cheap lady. Yes, I'm here. Thank you. Okay, so we've got an entire show full of festive and frugal ways to enjoy the season, and isn't it the right timing for this? That's expensive. So first up, this is a hot one for debate. Can you charge your guests for hosting a holiday meal? No! Oh! Well, there is a columnist for the Washington Post who says there is a growing trend of people who are billing their guests for food and drink. And it is causing division over turkey dinner. So where do we stand? I mean, we know where the audience stands, but is there ever a world where you can charge your guests for coming over for dinner?
Listen. No.
Agree.
No. You can't. You can't. I'm sorry. You cannot have guests entering your home. Can I take your coat? Can you drop the $50 in the bowl for me, please? How did you like the yams, Auntie Catherine? I'm gonna need you to e-transfer me $120. Yeah. How does it happen? For me, it's a hard no. It just feels like if you want to host, that's a part of it. But I don't think people that are on sort of dealing with financially difficult times need to not host. But I think maybe potluck. Yeah. Is the move.
Fair.
You bring, not cash. There's no cash.
Okay, but wait a minute. Okay, so in this case, they were only going to charge people $10 to come in.
I think it makes it worse.
To come in. That's a really good deal.
To come in?
To come in. To get your dinner, I presume there might be wine. $10. That's not $120. I feel like if you're strapped for cash, I'm thinking for myself, like when I was a student, there are a lot of people who have precarious employment right now. Isn't the whole point of the holidays to bring people together? Isn't that the very spirit of Christmas, to actually bring people together?
I agree. Don't go with her.
I think none of us would do it, and clearly none of the audience would do it. And I think what we're tripping up on is the idea of someone asking for it. Yes. But in a perfect world, I too can think of scenarios where this would happen. Students in particular, I even remember doing it, like if a whole bunch of us were left at the dorm, we'd all chip in $10-20 and pretend like we were adults for a night, you know, and have this dinner party. And my dream is like a family that was so close that doing this wouldn't be considered a faux pas. Mm-hmm. A family where members would consider, like, raise your hand if you've hosted a big dinner. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's hundreds and hundreds of dollars. It's so expensive. So in a perfect world, I think family members would offer it up, and there would be no questions asked. Like, here, I'm just giving this to you.
Yeah, I have to say, I'm horrified by this. Like,
yes.
I'm horrified by this. Listen, if you cannot afford to host dinner, then don't host the dinner.
Wait,
I don't know what else to say.
That is so sad.
Actually think
But
about
there's alternatives.
your family in particular,
Yes.
because I know that every year you talk about your mom hosting, like, I would say there's 100 people there.
75.
Okay, so who
We're talking like more than $1,000.
Yes.
That's a lot of money.
But we have, over the years, found a way to get around it. Because
Okay.
obviously, it used to be all the moms, like we're a matriarchal family, and all the moms would do the cooking and all of that. We have changed over the years.
Okay, so
what
what
I
is
would
that?
say is, you're not going to be charging people money. We've started to go heavily onto potluck.
Okay, but wait a minute. Can you pause on potluck for a second? Because potluck is not all created equal. If you got the salad, it doesn't cost the same as the person
Excellent
bringing.
point, Cynthia
I went out. I'll just
Excellent
say.
point.
This
That's why
past
you need
week-
a spreadsheet.
Okay, you need a spreadsheet.
We have spreadsheets.
Yeah.
Guys, we have 75 people at Christmas. We need a spreadsheet.
That's why I think every family chips in $25-50, and you let the person, the alpha who wants to be in charge, you give them that money and be like, you have fun, go wild.
No money. No money. No money.
That's so British of
Okay.
you.
All right. We're going to move on to this. Most of us, I think, have an ever-growing to-do list this time of year, but a writer for the New York Times says we should actually be keeping a to-don't list instead. For instance, don't stress about deep cleaning. Don't try to make every holiday dish from scratch. Don't have a spreadsheet to organize things. Maybe that's what is a surprising item on your holiday to-don't list?
Oh, mine literally came up last night. It's don't leave the house. Guys, I I suffered a little bit of a meltdown last night. I was getting inundated, having a beautiful night, getting inundated with family texts being like, well, what day is this? You know, when are we doing this? Where are we going to be for that? And I understand that. You have to do that when you have siblings and different parents and ex-parents and you know what I mean, mothers and fathers and in-laws. And so you have to plan. But I couldn't take it. This year's gonna be unlike any other year. We lost a few people in the family. I don't know how I'm gonna feel. I don't know what I'm gonna be up to. So I just said to Simon, I'm in his shoulder.
Don't do
I was bawling,
anything.
snots coming down.
No.
And I was like, I'm not leaving the house for Christmas. We're gonna have homemade cookies and appetizers and great food and great wine. If anyone wants to see me, they can come to our house and we're gonna have a Merry Christmas.
Yes.
So don't leave the house.
I know. And then the next morning I texted, oh, Boxing Day sounds perfect.
Do you have anything on your to-don't list?
Okay, so I was thinking about this. For me, it's really difficult. My kids are still little-ish, and I think of all the things I would do. Like, I wouldn't go crazy on making the breakfast. I wouldn't wake up at 5:30 because Santa's here. You know, all the stuff. But when I think about not doing it, there's this feeling of I probably only have a few more of these left. And if I don't go 100, if I don't give it everything I have and make a crazy breakfast and be as excited for each present that is opened every single time, that later in life when they don't care, our teenagers, I'll regret it, but I will be a passive-aggressive cow. So who's winning? I don't know. But I will full on go for it and then just be stressed out.
You know what? But you bring up a good point, and I think the nuance here is there's a lot of moms carrying a lot of the work around the holidays, moms and women. So I think you're bumping up against some mom guilt.
Yeah.
Because
huge.
do the dad, and maybe some dads do feel that same guilt, but we really feel, especially around the holidays, we really want and take on the idea of making it magical. But magic is hard. Magic is exhausting, and you've got 3 of them. I've got 1, and so you don't have that many.
But what's your to-don't? What are you to-don'ting?
My to-don't list is to don't try to be the perfect family at Christmas.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
So, like, for example, we're that family that wants to have the perfect photo shoot so that you can send out the card in the mail, the one that you're all gonna throw in your recycling box anyway. But we spend so much money and time, and we curate wardrobe and the perfect day and the perfect
So are you doing this?
No!
Oh, thank goodness.
I just want to say, first year ever.
Yeah.
So I really lean into this, and this year I was like, you know what? Mama's tired.
Yeah.
Not doing that.
You know what?
What's yours?
Well, this is the first year that we've decided we're not doing stockings, guys. And I know this is a controversial one. We talked about it, and I feel a little bit conflicted about this, but I love a stocking. But I get that it can become really onerous for a lot of people.
I like both.
Even though you're buying a whole bunch of these little things that should be kind of inconsequential, they end up adding up, and then you're wrapping them, and then you're putting them in, and then of course Santa helps out, and whatever the story is.
Yeah, careful, easy.
I know, it's a lot, and I realize it also adds up. And so we just decided all we really care about is being together. So we've done a Secret Santa exchange, and we've really pared things down. So I think, you know,
Don't.
You know what we're saying, everybody? Don't do Christmas. It's too hard. I think that's what we've decided. And if you don't, you're already ahead of the game.
Okay, so a woman wrote to the Washington Post for advice because her boyfriend refuses to spend time with her family over the holidays. He says he's just not as comfortable with them as she is with his family. She acknowledges that her family has a different economic and political background than his, but she makes an effort to visit his side, and he does not reciprocate. So the question is, how should they navigate this?
Break up just before Christmas. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. I think, listen, this is going to be a group effort, but I actually think the effort starts with her. She is the bridge between both her partner and her family. She needs to have a sit down with like an adult with both her partner, and she has to say, listen, we don't see them a lot. I'm asking one small thing of you. It's important for me, for all of us to be together at the holidays. This is one small ask. If he can't do this, this is the beginning of the end for them. So that's part 1. Part 2, she does have to have a chat with her family. And I think that if they do say things that are inappropriate, or I don't know what exactly the mismatch is.
Can we pause there for a second? Because like I do think there's a difference between like, you know, conspiracy theorist, someone who thinks like the moon landing was a hologram, and people who believe that like, you know, the Holocaust was a hoax, right? Like that's a huge difference.
We don't know that
you know what I
part.
mean? Like, would you be able
We
to?
don't know that part, but if you're only seeing them once in a little while, he actually even has an opportunity to maybe even change some minds. So I just think if you're going to look at it as a negative and there's no upside, this is the beginning of the end. But she's got to be the mediator.
You said it for her. It's just a small thing to get him to do this, and a small thing for him to do it. If it's so small, why does she have to ask? I think he should be the one to come in and be willing to spend some time, because I do think that successful relationships require a willingness to be a bit uncomfortable, to live in that discomfort for the person that you love.
But don't
you know what I mean?
I think he's terrified of stepping in it with her family and it becoming a problem for their relationship. Like, this is for sure fear-driven and long-term not a sustainable plan. You have to interact with your partner's family. But I think he's like, if I just chill and don't go to the party, then I don't have to get into it with Uncle Doug or whatever.
I have some advice, something that my partner, Simon, has taught me, because I can relate to this guy, this boyfriend. I tend, when I hear things where people disagree with me or they have different opinions, I tend to get hot-headed, and I'll go home and be like, I can't believe they think that, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how do you stay so calm? And he's like, well, I don't care. Like, in a sense, hear me out. Like, he's so confident and comfortable in his ideologies and the way that he thinks that he doesn't have that urge to have to prove himself or convert someone to the way that he thinks.
So he would just be able to sit, like, I'm just trying to picture this
Yeah.
scenario, with somebody across, like Uncle Bob, I think
Yeah,
you said,
yeah,
or something
yeah.
like
He's
that,
the problem.
who's starting to say stuff like maybe a conspiracy theory, maybe like something
In fact, something
homophobic
like
or
that is
racist.
happening multiple times.
Okay, so how does he
And
handle it?
He does exactly that thing. He will maybe use like the lost art of rhetoric, which used to be considered art, and try to have like a meaningful conversation with them. But otherwise, he will listen. He will listen and be fascinated. Really.
Yeah, I mean
Really?
that I think is the ideal thing. Is that
The
you want to
Holocaust
be
stuff, we'd be packing our bags. Like,
exactly.
again, there are, you know,
levels to these things, but I think ideally you do. These are the opportunities when you have family gatherings to reach across the table and like try to meet in the middle. But these things can become very heated, and I think what's important is does your partner have your back? So I can use this as like when I first started dating Jason, it became very clear his dad is an artist, and we used to get into these heated fights. His dad and I would talk about like what makes art, and his dad would be very dismissive. I would say like, you know, I don't know, like art is many things, and we would try to define it, and he'd be like, no, it's this, and like it's this type of painting, and that's it, and most of it is crap. And we would get into these heated arguments. But the thing was, is Jason always had my back in those. It wasn't like he felt like he had to get in between. So I think what's the key to holding the relationship together is that your partner has to have your back in those types of scenarios.
Yeah.
I think that's
But
it.
I also think it's picking, absolutely, but that's asking a lot also, because that's his dad.
I know.
Right? Like
But
it is
he
asking
happened
a
to
lot.
agree.
He happened to agree. But I also think to your point about Simon, it is also about your partner. This is a wonderful test for your relationship.
Yeah.
If you stay together long term, this is going to be your family. You cannot avoid things you don't like for the rest of your life.
No, and then kids show up.
You gotta
and
figure
they're
it out.
Also,
opinions.
what are you going to talk about in the car ride home? You're going to complain about all this, like that's rules.
Love
Such
it.
a joy of the
that.
holidays.
Oh,
So
it's the
good.
spirit
Joy
of the season.
holidays.
Yes.
Gossiping about your family.
Yes.
Love it.
Okay, we're moving on to this next topic, which comes from actually one of our viewers. So, New in Whoville says, my partner and his family are very accustomed to going all out for Christmas gifts. Everyone has a list, and everyone expects to get most things on their list. I don't do this. I neither want multiple gifts, nor do I want to buy multiple gifts. Does this make me a Grinch? Do you think, though, that should she hold firm and actually just be like, I'm opting out, I'm not giving gifts?
I do. I think this, but I think there's a nice way she can go about it. Maybe give like an impassioned speech. Do you know what I mean? Just remind him. She could be warm-hearted and kind of funny and really drive home the fact that unless you're 5, these detailed lists and the expectation that you're going to get everything on it is neither filled with joy nor common sense.
No.
You're all adults. Maybe donate money to charity.
Yes.
We don't need anything.
Oh
my God. Are you serious?
No. You know why you are the Grinch, lady? You are the Grinch. You know what? Again, this is her partner's family. You know what? If this is their love language and this is their family tradition, tell me one downside, maybe financially, and that's fair to consider.
Yeah.
But give me another downside to letting loose and having fun, lady.
No, because you're gonna have to do it every year. If you do it once, you do it for the rest of your life. Listen,
once a year.
This is what you have to do. As an in-law or the this person is outside of his family. She's not the main unit. She's the partner. There is power in that. I would advise this young woman to adopt just being a weirdo. I think if you set up your reputation as being kind of off, you can do whatever you want. So let's say you pretend you didn't really read the email. You show up with like a toilet brush and you give it to a cousin and you say, I remember you were a little sick, Rich. I gave you this. I'm going to hit the bar. I'll see you guys in an hour. And everybody goes... You know, Emma's a little but she's not a jerk. She's not opting out. She's just kind of artsy weirdo.
Wow.
I like this.
I do it every year.
You can also start a whole new tradition. I know how people like that when somebody from the outside of the family comes in and is like, why don't we try this? But I love, no one wants more crap. And I think that's what I'm hearing from this woman. You don't want more stuff that ends up in the landfill.
Oh, my list would be not full of crap. I want good stuff.
afford that. It's like, why don't you just buy it yourself? That's what I don't get with those lists.
Yeah, buy it yourself.
Just buy it.
Yeah,
Like,
because
where's
the
the
love
surprise?
language.
The joy.
But then you're just telling, you're basically like just telling, it's like an ideal gift to somebody who thinks about you and gets to know you.
No, I want what I want.
You want what you want.
What I want. There's less likelihood. It's less likely to end up in the landfill if it's actually something I want and will use.
I don't think that's the spirit of gift giving it. No, it's
I
bad.
feel like
Give
it's
me
a
what I
purse.
want. Merry Christmas. Let's take a break, everybody. You know, we're like spices up here. A little bit for everybody, and also not for everybody. That's okay. All right, we are back. As I just mentioned, we are not quite sure what we are in for next because our producers, they've got a list of holiday hot takes. And we're going to tell you if we agree or disagree. So we've got these really fancy dancy panels and ho-ho yes, ho-ho no.
Ho-ho
okay?
no.
Who's ready? Let's get into it.
Okay.
Everyone should wear name tags, even if it's just your family.
Everyone should wear name tags,
No.
even if it's just your family.
Why? Family's names. Get it together.
Oh, funny names. Jocelyn says funny names. That's a nice idea.
Just names,
No,
just
just
regular
names.
names, just regular names.
No.
I love it.
Why?
Well, first of all, if I was going to Mel's house for dinner, I would need.
yeah, that's fair.
yeah.
But
That's
also
fair.
for mine, like, see, I told you yesterday, I talked about it on the show, sometimes people in my family still call me Cindy. So no, I'm gonna say Cynthia on my name tag.
You know what?
Excellent hot take.
My father-in-law, my husband's girlfriend before me 20 years ago was named Emily, and he sometimes still calls me Emily, and I don't mind.
Oh, you know,
Whatever, I don't care.
Okay, all right. We have the next one? Okay, let's go here.
It's
all right.
important to get a little bit high between dinner and dessert.
I'm sorry. The last time I checked, this is daytime television.
What's happening?
do you have a hot take on that?
We didn't get in trouble. We didn't say it.
Here's my hot take. Why not, man? Relax, chill. It's Christmas.
Oh my gosh. Whatever happens is just the magic of the holidays keeping you high.
No, it's too much.
Yeah, you'd have all those presents. All those presents on your list.
That's right. Make me so happy. Okay, next up, let's go.
Turkey is better as a sandwich.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is.
Yeah, it's true. Oh, they don't like
That's
it?
a no. I'm sorry.
you're saying no.
Absolutely not.
I feel like it is. You're the foodie.
Well, I'm not. I don't like bird. I don't like
Any
bird at all.
bird?
So like turkey's like.
You see it as the bird.
I just see it as a very big, disturbing-looking
bird.
bird.
Yeah.
And so, but a turkey sandwich I can do the next day.
It's a little cutie.
To me, it's the perfect combination. It's like you've got the crunchy bread, and then you've got the turkey, and then you've got the warm, and then you add cranberry. I think it's a perfect
And it's
meal.
contained. I
That's
feel like you've got
contained.
this amount. I feel like when the bird comes, I'm like, give me half the leg, and I'm just like, I'm sweating. just
Sometimes the
wanting to
leftovers,
die.
the leftovers are better than the real deal.
You all are canceled.
All right, we can accept that.
Listen, you don't mess with the good. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
All right,
okay?
fine. Okay, we support you.
We're just
We
having a
support you.
sandwich,
All right.
okay?
Okay, let's move on. Next up.
Candles are essential for the mood, but they must be unscented.
Oh, I like a scenty.
Oh,
like
you
a
like a
scenty.
not
Yes.
a dinner.
No, I'm
So
like
you
very
have to
90s.
flip it. You have to flip it.
Oh, no, I like it
yeah,
scented.
Yeah, I like it scented
You
also.
only want
Nobody likes
unscented?
Only unscented candles? Like, I think that's so beautiful. It does set the mood and candles in general?
Yes.
Yeah.
Candles in general.
Candles, yes.
Yes.
I can't do a scented candle, guys. I can't do it.
Okay, listen, my husband, I'm married to Smokey the Bear. I don't know if anybody remembers who Smokey the Bear is. Ryan is he's a contractor, and he's like, there will be no live fires around. And so I don't want to dampen the mood. So that's why we have all the fake candles.
Oh, okay. So you're still getting in the mood.
Fake.
All right.
Okay, okay.
I feel like I'm on an island of loser here. I don't think anybody wants scented candles. I know that, but I don't care. It's my house, and it smells bad. Okay, it smells like a lot like boys' pee-pee and not holiday spirit. So I just need a little Fraser fur to lighten the smell.
That's right.
Whiz in my house.
That's right. All right. Up next, we got another. Let's go. What's the next one?
If you have more than 4 people at the table, there shouldn't be music playing during the meal.
Oh.
Disagree. Disagree.
I like
We all disagree.
Yeah.
We
We, all
music.
we need music all the time.
Yeah.
right?
All the time.
I mean, nice and low.
Yeah.
It's
Low.
gotta be
Yeah.
low. It's gotta be, I do say I have been to some restaurants where it is too loud
I
and I
agree.
cannot hear the person.
Yeah.
I cannot think my own thoughts. I don't even know. Someone needs to tell them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I come from a Filipino household. How else are we going to do karaoke?
Very good.
Can we squeeze one more in? This
Do
is
we have time for one more?
Yeah, I think we
Dennis
got
is
another.
hard.
We got a couple. I think we got a couple.
Don't make me learn a new game.
I agree. No, wait. I don't know. How do I answer that?
That's a ho-ho
How do I
no.
answer that?
You know what, guys?
hard, yes.
Games are things that bring people together.
No, they're not.
They are. You don't want to learn a new one?
No, Cynthia. I never, ever want to learn anything ever again. I'm done. I don't want to learn.
But haven't you had that experience of learning a game and suddenly you didn't want to learn it? This is you every time we do a sleepover. You protest, you don't want to learn it, and then you love it.
She wants to talk. She
Admit
wants
it.
to chat.
That is true. That is true. I just feel like adults who need games to communicate, there's something sad about it. But as soon as I learn, there is. It is true, especially around the holidays. Like, I don't want to have a game. I want to be talking.
Chat. I wanna chat. What do you think?
And
What do you
listening
think?
to
What do you
music
think?
and just having
Yes.
conversations.
Oh,
But
that's
as
what
soon-
that guy needed with the other family. That's why they don't get along. They don't play enough games.
That's
play a game.
right.
They should play a game.
Equalize.
That neutralizes everything, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
We're all kids when we play a game. Well, listen, producers, that was a really fun thing. That
Yes,
was
that was
totally
so
new.
fun.
Totally fun. Thank you.
Subscribe to the Social Podcast so you don't miss a fiery debate. Until next time, socialites.